So, do you struggle putting up your tree? I know I do. I have all the scratches to show for it. But once it's up and the lights are on, do you kind of struggle where to start first? What do I do first? And especially that loopy ribbon that goes on. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I do those loopy ribbons. I'm going to show you my ornaments and decor and how I put it up in the tree, and then my finished tree at the end of the video. You don't want to miss it. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life at any age, always on a budget. And you know I'm 70. If I can do it, you can do it too at any age. So I want to thank all my subscribers. You are all so important to me, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate every single one of you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. You don't want to miss these Christmas videos and all the videos I have planned for next year. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. So in today's video, we're going to take a look now at all my ornaments I have on my coffee table. I've cleaned it all off. They're all on here. I'm going to show you how I do my loopy ribbon, how I put my ornaments on and picks, and then the finished tree. And I hope you love it. I hope you get inspired. And I'm going to see you in the next video. And we're going to do my mantle next. Bye. Welcome to my Decorate My Christmas Tree video. Now I wanted to show you my tree without the lights on. I hate this tree. I say this every year. It's the last time I'm going to use this tree. But I wanted to show you some preliminary things I do. I talked about those loopy ribbons that I do. So I just wanted to show you, part of my problem is my tree is so thin that I can't catch it on anything when I push my ribbon back. And I also want to say one other thing. When you start doing this loopy ribbon, it looks horrible. I think this looks horrible. The only thing I know is that once you get the lights on and put all the other stuff on, it kind of fades away. But anyway, let me take you over and show you two things I'm doing a little different this year. Instead of just sticking the ribbon in and using two, I'm using 3 ribbons. Okay, I wanted to show you a couple things I'm doing. Number one, I've been watching a lot of decorating videos, and I know they talk about creating clusters. So you can see right here, this is a Hobby Lobby snowy branch, and then I have one of the burlap poinsettias from Hobby Lobby. Well, what I did is I cut some of those apart, and I actually taped them together. So this will be like a little bit of a pick or a spray on my tree. Okay, now I'm trying not to show you all the mess at my house. Okay, so I decided on these 3 ribbons: black and white check, burlap, they're all wired, and then this plaid. Now I cut strips, and for my 7.5 foot tree, I'm going to probably do 7 of these loops that I'm going to make. And mine are 43 inches long. Now I'm going to gather each end, so that takes up a couple inches. I just haven't done that yet with these pipe cleaners. Okay, so you can see here I'm going to end up doing both ends. So you punch one part into the tree, loop it, and then you finish with the tails on the other side. Oh, and do fishtails. Okay. Isn't this overwhelming? It really is. I want to go through and show you what I put on my Christmas tree. You know I love rustic Pottery Barn look. So I'm going to start over here in the corner here. You can see that I have these little twiggy branches. Those are new from Hobby Lobby. These are the red berries I told you about. See how I cut a lot of them down? A lot I don't, and that'll be at the top of the tree. I have a lot of these burlap poinsettias. I also have very natural looking kind of bark ornaments. This is what I used on my tree last year with burlap, that real unwired burlap. And it's kind of dark, so I decided to go with the plaid, the black and white check, and the burlap that's wired. Here's some ornaments I made. I have a couple little lantern ones. I made these clothespin ornaments. I have all my little houses from Walmart years ago. I have lots of these little reindeer. Here's one that my son did of a reindeer. He's now in his 40s, but I've kept that one the whole time. And then I did some of these ornaments over here, Dollar Tree remakes. Now, I love Christmas tree shapes, circle shapes, and star shapes. Now, I got these at Hobby Lobby years ago for like $1. And they're really cool. I can always do something on the other side if I want to. I have some of these galvanized ornaments here. And these are all Christmas trees I made. They're just cardboard. I did them both sides. Reversible. You saw me do this one out of the book paper. And I love stars. All kinds of stars. Some are cardboard, some are this chalkboard material. So I start with this, and I just get it back here in between the branches as far as I can, and just adjust your ribbons, you know, whichever one you want to have showing the most. And then I just tuck it in at the bottom, and that's about it. So I've done 1, 2, 3, I'll do 4, 5, and maybe one more. All right, next time you see, I'm gonna put the topper on and start to decorate the tree. Okay, we're at the next stage of my tree here. Now I ended up putting 6 loops on my tree. Now they're really big, but I do like an oversized statement. So I think maybe for most people, 3 feet long instead of 43 inches is probably going to be a good length for your loops. Now, the bigger the tree, the bigger the loops. The smaller the tree, the smaller the loops. So you do what looks good to you. Now, if you don't want to do the loops, you can take the 3 ribbons and just do little loops of each one and then tie it together and just stick it in the tree. Anyway, I started putting some of my ornaments on it, and I wanted to show you my topper. Now I know a lot of people really love an angel or a star on top. I like a big statement. I like to really reiterate my rustic tree, what my theme is. So again, I've used a couple like sprays with feathers on them I got years ago. But the main star of this is those frosted berry branches from Hobby Lobby. It is such a good deal when you get a 50% off because you can cut them apart. You can see here's one here that has like 3 or 4 branches. You can cut them apart and made these little sprays like I made here with the poinsettia, the snowy eucalyptus, and the berries, and just shove that in your tree. And then I added a couple of the poinsettias on top to reiterate the burlap. All right, so stay tuned. I'm gonna finish up this tree and we'll take one last tour. So here is my completed tree from top to bottom. Now you can see how the loops that we did, these ribbon loops now really blend into the tree. They just give that little punch of print and texture and color. Now, when I decorate a tree, I usually do one thing first. So I'll take all my burlap poinsettias and put them on, and I always work in a Z fashion coming down the tree. You never want to just line up all your stuff in a row. So that way your eye travels. So whether it's the wooden slices I did or the little stars that I made or the Christmas trees, I try to do it in a Z fashion. So after I get all of those on, then I want to concentrate on my smaller items. And that would be my little bird houses, my little tiny houses from Walmart. I also have that little lantern. Here's another lantern. Then as a finishing touch, I take those berry bushes that I showed you that I used on the top, I cut them apart and I stick them all coming out of the tree. And that is my finished rustic cozy cabin tree. I wanted it to look a little homemade, like you went up to the mountains and went to a cabin and kind of made some of the ornaments yourself and went out and got all these little rustic foliage pieces. Now for my skirt, I made this, it's reversible. It's plaid on the other side, and then I did burlap around the edge. I hope you guys like this. I hope you found it inspirational and a little helpful as far as those ribbon pieces go. And I'm gonna see you in the next video, and we're gonna do my mantle for Christmas. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.